When you got nothing better to do, it's time to get hanging with the hers.
Hey guys, Ben here. Just gonna do a little bit of a different kind of video today. What I'm thinking of doing is creating a Kickstarter campaign. I want to run something by you, see if you guys can give me some feedback, see if I can figure out one way or another which direction I want to take this. If you're not familiar with Kickstarter, it's a crowdsource funding type of program, campaign, where you can actually generate funds for a business idea, a business venture that you want to get going. And you can have multiple levels for contributors to where they donate a certain amount to get a certain type of item in return. And the idea of the campaign that I want to get started has to deal with my hobby crafting that I do with chain-maille and paracording. Paracord I'd like to get into. I've been working with embroidering floss and a few other mediums over the years, hemp thread, hemp twine and whatnot, and semi-precious stones. I'm going to go through and show a few of the things that I've done just to show you that I am adept at getting this kind of stuff put together. And if you guys could let me know, for one, do you think this would actually go over well? Would it make enough of, would it generate enough income to make a decent living off of, in your opinion? With today's economy and everything, it's not, this kind of stuff is more of a frivolous item. It's more of something that people don't really need, but some people find fun. Some people may have the money for it. I'm looking to take life down a different path, so I'm trying to think if this is something that might be a viable option. And so there's the viability of it, and then on the other hand, the second question would be, if you see anything that I'm going to show off to you guys, is there anything that stands out to you that if you saw it, would you contribute to my Kickstarter campaign? Say if I were to get one going, would you want to get one of these items that you see? So again, focusing on my chainmail and my the paracord whips. Being a vegan, I don't work with leather like I used to, and I've found paracord seems to be one of those alternatives that will actually be a great medium to work with when it comes to making things. And for those that are out there, I've noticed that there are those that are into kink and whatnot, so when it comes to floggers and whips and canes and that kind of thing, it's something that can be made for people that are actually looking for alternatives to leather. So looking here on the screen, we see that I've got some bracelets. The bracelet here with the Swarovski crystals is one that I did for a gift exchange a year or two ago. I think it was actually last year. And so you've got the clear crystals on these beads here, and then you've got the dark or black crystals on the beads on this side, if you can see where the mouse cursor is. And you got your oops, what did I click on? Alright, and you got the Nepalese bead here. And when it comes to making the bracelets, I actually put a little bit more effort and time and attention to detail when it comes to making them. I actually spin a lot of my thread. While a lot of the thread and things that I work with are either spun or come more or less pre-made, I do often put a little bit more extra effort into it to make it a little bit more worthwhile and to make it a little bit more long-lasting, so that it'll actually have some longevity to it. So let's go back to the album here real quick. So you've got that Swarovski bead there. It's actually got a slider mechanism here to where it actually cinches shut. And then here I've got a Buddhist prayer beads, and I've got it knotted every 3 or so beads, so that if it were to break it at some point in time, hopefully years down the road, that you won't lose all the beads. You'll just lose a couple, and then it can be repaired, etc. And I like this one personally. I still have it. I'd love to sell it, but it's made of jasper, and I'm not sure exactly what this clear bead is. It's got some inclusions in it. Kind of looks like swamp water or seaweed, seaweed and miso soup, as my wife likes to call it. And it's got a green tint to it. And you've got these hand-carved wooden lotuses here at the end with the tassel that I made. And it's all handmade by yours truly. Of course, I didn't carve the beads or anything. Those are those are pre-made. Further on down, we've got my chainmail. This is some stuff I've been doing since I was a teenager. I actually went to the Renaissance Festival when I was a teen with my family, and I picked up a few things here and there, and I taught myself the rest. I've been getting puzzles since I was a little kid, toy puzzles and labyrinths and things, and puzzle solving is just part of my nature, and I love to figure things out. And because of my artistic side, I've been drawing since I was a kid as well. I've got that attention to detail. And here you've got a Byzantine weave, and this chain is my wallet chain. I still have it. And when it comes to the chainmail, when it comes to anodized aluminum, you've got a rainbow of colors to work with, some that look like golds, and then of course the rainbow of colors being purple, blue, yellow, all that good stuff. Then a couple years ago, I made my wife this bracelet right here for Valentine's. Got a toggle clasp here that's got a heart on it. Nice little bracelet there. And then a few other things. I got a hand flower here, and this is all old stuff, a few years old, and I'd love to be able to start making some newer stuff, get some more intricate work going on, make some clothing if it comes out to work out that way, some keychains, and make some actual rings for fingers, and make some more fun and intricate type stuff. Got a box chain, and a few other different designs, some micro mail here. Star pendant here with the Mobius ring attached for your necklace to slide through. One of my more fun and favorite weaves that I like to do is the dragon scale. There's actually smaller rings here that connect all of the bigger rings. If you can see right there, looks really scaly. And then one of my more favorite bracelets that I have, instead of a strand of Byzantine, you've got a link stacked side by side, made into a bracelet. Then another chain. You've got a choker, and you've got a keychain fob or a zipper pull in that little piece there. And I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. You can go to Romany Rose and see some of the prayer beads that I've made. I've also got an Etsy store where I've showcased those on. If you Romany Roses with 2 R's, you can actually do a search on Facebook and find them there. But I work with semi-precious stones, and I work with wire, and like I said, I work with a variety of mediums. And so this is some of my beadwork, and these charms right here are on a lobster claw, so they can be changed out or changed over to something that's a little bit more neutral. Some cultures don't like some of those more specific things, so if you're looking for something more neutral, you can always change it out or just remove it altogether. And again, this isn't to sell you what I've got going on here, but again, to show you my creativity and to show you the kind of stuff that I like to do. And then there's the prayer beads again, the Buddhist prayer beads. This is a little bit more of the albums there on Romany Rose, some stuff that my wife and I did both. She did some of the, you can pretty much tell the difference. She's more of an abstract thinker, whereas I'm more of a right-minded analytical. Everything's got to be symmetrical. And then here on chainmaille, a group that I'm actually a part of, it's like you could actually go through here. You can just do a search for chainmaille, and this is stuff that I like to do. It's again, I can't take credit for any of this work here, but I was talking about finger rings. Here's a ring just to show you what I'm talking about there. And then let's move over to the paracord. Here's a couple of groups I recently signed up to. And there's, I'm going to pull up one of my folders. I actually pulled some of the images from these groups. You've got parachute cord crafters, and these are some of the images from some of the folks. Again, I'm not going to take any credit for any of this stuff. But you've got belts, you've got a ribbon for breast cancer, you've got bracelets, you've got reins for horses, and you've got collars and bracelets and necklaces and monkey's fist. If you don't know what that is, it's paracord wrapped around a steel ball, and people use it as a keychain, or you've got bikers that'll use it as a get-back whip. And then you've got your jig here for making those bracelets. You can support your favorite sports team or support the military. These charms right here are actually customizable, where I can actually put, I can print off any kind of design that I want and put it underneath the bezel. It's a clear bezel made out of either resin or glass or something like that. And it looks very professional. It looks like it would be something that you would buy at a store. And you can actually customize it with any image or logo that you want. And here's a leash for dogs, and then a bullwhip. And then some more get-back whips and necklaces. So this will give you an idea of what it is that I'd like to get into. And here's one for Boy Scouts, and here's a necklace with a cross on it, and a dog collar, and then a matching dog collar and leash set. And here's one for breast cancer, and here's one for the Army. So I want to try to wrap this up real quick in just a second, but here's a couple more items and a couple more bracelets to check out. Here's some more of those charms that I was telling you about, that they're customizable. You got some that are more rectangular and some that are more oval. Of course, you got bracelets of all different kinds of colors and all different kinds of beads and attachments. You can make them into hairbands and all sorts of fun stuff. The really kind of cool stuff that I really want to get into, and on top of all that, I think the bracelets will be the more popular thing that people will go for. But ever since I was a kid, I've had an affinity for whips. Had a little toy whip when I was a kid, and I got that when I went out to visit the grandparents out in North Carolina, and that was one of those fun things for me. Let's see if we've got that open there. You can see on the table here, Nick's Whip Shop. He's got some whips out here on the table, different colors, different designs. When you plate the whips, it's a type of braid that you can actually get really intricate and create some unique and custom designs. And then when it comes to people that are into kink, you've got floggers, and you've got a bunch of different kinds. Personally, there's a design that I have in mind that I'd like to attempt at something that's a little bit different than anybody else has made, but using paracord. And here's some more. It looks like Honeybee Kink, and I guess she or he's on Etsy. And let's go here real quick on Etsy. I did a search for paracord whip, and I was looking for bull whips, but you've got a variety of things. You've got the get back whips, you've got the bull whips, you've got some bracelets, you've got the floggers. Let's see, there was another website that I had checked out, Carnival Creations. They had a cane, and that was it's probably either wood or some kind of resin rod in the center of that, and it was an oval rod, and it's got the paracord wrapped around it, and it's got a nice, it looks like it's got two different patterns on it, one making the handle and the other one making the rest of the cane. So again, there you go. That's pretty much wraps it up for that. So if you like what you see, and you could see yourself purchasing one of these items, be it a whip or a bracelet or a necklace, be it chainmail or paracord, comment below. Let me know what your idea is. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your opinion. And do you think it would be a viable? It's like, remember, question 1 is viability. Question 2 is if I had a contributor tier to whatever dollar amount that you'd be comfortable with, would you get a bracelet or would you get a whip or a necklace? Comment what it is that you would like. So there you go. I hope to hear from you guys, and we'll see you on the flip side. Take it easy. Now don't you forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it all with your friends. Till next time, hang in with the herds.